We've talked about many 21 Pilot theories on the channel. Honestly, I don't know how many at this point. And a couple of these theories that we have talked about talk about the concept of mind control. Dema brainwashing or controlling the minds of these citizens of Dema, as well as Tyler and Josh. We've covered a little bit of theories about those. I've read many theories of those all across the internet. I have made my own theories about it. But recently, I was giving a reread of Clancy's journals and then listening to the Clancy journal audiobook that is on the channel as well. And the mind control element actually is in Clancy's journals, as well as in the the Trench era music videos, not the Nico and the Niners one, but Jumpsuit. And the mind control element is obvious, and I can't believe I overlooked it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well and hope it continues to go well. This is how Dema controls people's minds, and we're going to overcomplicate this at the end by throwing in another element that is possibly a thing, but most likely not a possibility. But here's the clear way that Dema does mind control. First, let's get right into it. Allow me to read you one of Clancy's journals, my personal favorite and where we get the whole mind control thing from. This is 01807 Moon 01. A lifeless light surrounds us each night. Never could I imagine that something so luminous could feel so dark. It's like this glow that reminds us of a dreamless existence we've been sentenced to, but I call a sentence others accept as normalcy. How did they so efficiently eradicate the dreams within us? When the bishops instituted vitalism as a mandate, they effectively reversed the hope that many arrived with. Am I the only one who realizes that we've been lied to? Am I the only one not afraid of the notion that the Nine have hijacked our trust and extinguished the hope that once motivated our existence? We used to close our eyes and picture a better life. Now this city is full of dry eyes caught in a trance of obedience, devoid of any trace of identity. The only significant light I've seen has been the eyes of those smeared. Such a curious sight to see, bright eyes strangled by the darkness of the bishop's hands. Their presence fades, so dims their memory of something more. My hope is something all I have in this rigid tomb, and I will not let it die. I'm going to repeat to you the lines that are the most important here. The only significant light I've seen are those smeared. Such a curious sight to see the bright eyes strangled by the darkness of the bishop's hands. Does that sound familiar? Well, it should, because we see that play live in the music video for Jumpsuit. Right here, when Nico is putting his hands on Tyler's neck, rubbing this black substance on, and you can see in the music video that Tyler has the blurry face paint around his neck. And the crazy part, and it's such a small detail and I love it, as Tyler is singing I Can't Believe How Much I Hate Precious for New Place Roll My Way, you can see the blurry face paint off of him, much like the mind control is breaking, because that's what it is. It's mind control. You see Tyler following Nico back to Dema, not riding on his horse, but following behind, and he's caught in a trance, and when the banditas throw their yellow flower petals down, it completely breaks the trance. So this is something that we have seen with the blurry face paint. That's the significance of the blurry face paint. It is smeared, so people walk around Dema with this paint around their hands and neck in this trance. Mindless zombies with the limping hunters saying stuff like, you only live once if you will. And maybe that is the significance of the paint during the Message Man ritual during the Takeover tour as well. Tyler is falling under Dema obedience again, as well as spreading this mind control to the audience, as Stone Potential pointed out in his video, to where it's splattering all over fans. It's the mind control. It's Dema's mind control, and we see it back. We don't see it back in the live stream experience. We don't see it back in any of the Scale Nice era videos so far. We'll wait to see it on the outside. The most we see it has been during the Takeover tour. In subsequent performances, Tyler has had it on his neck when they were doing the state college concert football thing, and then at the iHeart Radio Festival as Alt Nation Festival. I forget the festival's name off the top of my head, but even in the Jimmy Fallon performance of The Outside, Tyler has had this paint on his hands as well as his neck, signifying that there is some Dema mind control elements there. Now, let's go ahead and complicate that and add something that I theorize about, but it's most likely nothing. It's probably just the smeared paint. And my idea comes in the form of that Dema needs to affect the water supply in Dema, aka chlorine. Sipping on straight chlorine, let the vibe slide over me. This beat is a chemical. Possibly, I really want to believe. I don't know if this is a thing or not, and I don't know, but I want to think that Dema is using chlorine to brainwash and control minds of the citizens of Dema, because honestly, it is the easiest way. You affect the water supply, somebody poison the water hole, as Woody would say, and people would then get hooked and get under the mind control of Dema. And if you think about it, to the chlorine music video, you'll see Tyler never drank from his cup. He gives it to Ned, and Ned just kind of sniffs it and backs up, and Tyler never drinks it, and the music video cuts at the very end. So we don't know if Tyler drinks the chlorine or not. When Christmas Saves the Year came out, I had a theory that the reason where we are in this era, Tyler drank the chlorine so he became under the brain control of bishops. It's almost like a stronger mind control, if you will. They've been working because they can see the smearing has its weaknesses, as shown by the banditos throwing down these yellow flower petals and Tyler easily breaking out of this trance. They might have worked on something more powerful, such as this new thing, chlorine, that I don't know if it's a chemical element within the Dema universe. Who knows? But at least I want to think they've developed a stronger form of mind control with chlorine, and they got Tyler to drink it somehow. Whether that be force, whether that be unknowingly, or whether that be switching his drink over, much like we would see in The Princess Bride. But if it were like The Princess Bride, then Dema would drink their own chlorine. But that is just one of my thoughts. And I have, before the live.21pilots.com site went down, I managed to take a couple screenshots because there were some subtle mind control elements in there. And I think specifically to the TV where the Artobia thing was on, because that TV would glitch out every now and then. Like, it was a cycle, it was a noticeable thing. It was nothing like, you have to wait at this point of the day and see this glitch. No, the TV would glitch out. Instead of saying Artobia, it would occasionally show a picture underneath of it, and then the Artobia thing would come back. And it took me forever to realize that what was being shown on the Artobia TV was the map of Dema. It was the map of Dema, almost like quick subliminal messages. So like if I were to flash a picture up on the screen and then take it away, that would be a subliminal message, just occasionally just hiding these flashes of messages, which is you see TV shows do, you see advertisements do, you see just the tiniest subliminal message. Magicians use it all the time, especially when they're trying to force something and doing mentalism. I'm pretty sure that's the term. It's been a while since I've did magic, but like anything when it comes to like mental head games, they make you think of a number, and if they thought a 7, maybe it's because they will sometimes do this and they'll hold 7 fingers over their head, make you think of a certain number, and it's a whole thing. a whole thing. And then I was also researching colors that has to do with mind control. I came across a scientific article that my college uses in their databases, like EBSCOhost and all that, showing that I believe blue equals creativity, red equals detail. And it got me thinking about all these colors right here. But then I thought, okay, that's overboard. That is really getting overboard. But mind control is something Dema definitely does. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you have can you think of any creative ways that Dema mind controls people? Let me know down in the comment section below, whether that be chlorine, whether that be some other method, backmasking like we've talked about on some things on side. But let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, and good night. More importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.